Hey, what's up, Sourceaholics? We're here with Christian Crowley. What's up, man? You just made your pro debut last week, and you fought to a majority draw. Can you talk a little bit about the fight plan going into that fight?
The fight was just to be doing what we had done in the gym, just being sharp and accurate and showing what we had learned and, you know, working the body. I let the occasion get the best of me. It being my pro debut, I was really excited just to get out there and, you know, put on a show. And then I hit him with I think the first right hand I hit him with, and I seeing in his eyes that I hurt him, and my boxing just went out the window. It was like, well, I'm gonna get him out of there at some point. And the game plan just went out the window. I started fighting rather than boxing, and that's where I sort of let myself down. But we've asked for the rematch, and we're hoping he's gonna agree to it. We're not entirely sure whether or not he will, but we're gonna go for that in June. That's when we're pressing for that.
Cool. So looking back at the fight, is there anything you would have done differently? You would like to do different?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I would have just stuck to my boxing. I'm actually a good boxer when I want to be. I would have used my jab a lot more. I would have been a lot more head movement. I was sort of just standing there with him, giving him one just to take one back, which is stupid and not like me. If we could do it again, which I'm hoping we do, I'm just going to box a lot more, move my head, be smart, and have controlled aggression in it.
Cool. Alright, you're boxing out of TKO Santa Ana. Seeing Ronnie Rios, Alexis Rocha in there in the gym, preparing for their fights, what kind of motivation does that give you?
They're crazy inspirational people. Like Alexis and Ronnie especially are just the most down-to-earth people. They're just like me and you know? And they're super talented and they've got a lot of experience. Watching them and just picking up little tricks that they do, they're just so subtle in their ways, but they're just super talented, and watching them and seeing what kind of stage they're on is very inspiring.
Cool. You're originally from Ireland. They call you the Mexican Irish, or the Irish Mexican.
Irish Mexican, that's right.
Yeah. What part of Ireland are you from?
So my family are actually from Ireland. I was born in England.
Oh, okay.
I was born and raised in England, but raised by my mother. And my mother's fully Irish. She's from an Irish background, so like all my Irish family is who I'm close to. So I identify as Irish. They're from Killarney, but I have family all over Ireland, like probably like every county you could think of. But I was born in London and then moved to Brighton when I got a little bit older.
Cool. How was the transition from England to California, where you're staying at now?
I mean, the weather is beautiful over here. You lot don't realise how lucky you are. But I mean, the transition, it is different. It's a Western culture in both countries, but it's the subtlest differences. So they're like over here, the humour is slightly different. Like, I'm lucky because in the boxing gym I'm in, the banter that we've got is just the same as back home. But it's not always the same. So yeah, it's slight changes, but it was an easy transition, to be honest with you.
Growing up, what fighter did you look up to the most?
My favorite fighter always has been is Ricky Hatton. Just his style was just ferocious. He kept coming, worked behind the jab, and then he'd switch the angles, work the body, and then tap you with one shot to the body, make you think one's coming upstairs, and then he'd bang you to the body again, and then get them out of there. So Ricky Hatton, definitely my favourite fighter growing up, and still is now.
Nice. So when you're not boxing, what's your favourite activity to do?
To be honest, all I do is boxing. If I'm not in the boxing, if I'm not in the boxing gym, I'm in the weights gym or out running on the road. Like, my favourite thing to do is boxing. I'm always occupied with boxing. Aside from that, I like watching a lot of like behind the scenes stuff. Like, I'm not a massive UFC fan, but they have a series on YouTube called Embedded, and they follow like the fighters around, and I like watching that kind of thing because you get to experience their fight week with them. But yeah, I don't really do a lot outside of boxing.
Cool. Well, there you have it, Christian Crowley. Thanks for checking him. Check him out.
Yep.
The Irish Mexican, fighting out of Santa California.
That's me.
We'll hope to see you in your next fight and hopefully come out with that win.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.